Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Evening Devotion. Tonight, we're going to be reading out of Matthew 9:6. The Son of Man hath power on earth to forgive sins. Well, if you guys haven't been watching the news, and I fully understand if you don't, I only do it when I have to or if I'm looking for something. There's a lot going on around the world right now. A lot. The Lord said it would be like that, and here we are. So the whole verse says, "But that you may know that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sins." Then he said to the paralytic, "Arise, take up your bed, and go to your house." Let's go up here. Jesus heals a paralytic, verse 1. So he got into a boat, crossed over, and came to his own city. That would be Bethlehem. Then behold, they brought to him a paralytic lying on a bed. When Jesus saw their faith, he said to the paralytic, "Son, be of good cheer. Your sins are forgiven you." He didn't heal him right away. Why? They were looking for him to heal him to try to analyze what's going on. He says, "Your sins are forgiven you." Jesus did this to prove a point. Verse 3, "And at once some of the scribes said within themselves, 'This man blasphemes.' But Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said, 'Why do you think evil in your hearts? For which is easier to say, 'Your sins are forgiven you,' or to say, 'Arise and walk?'" And a lot of people don't realize energy is expended in healing somebody. Forgiving sins is way easier. And Jesus had that power. And that's what he says in verse 6. "But that you may know that the Son of Man has power on earth to forgive sins." Then he said to the paralytic, "Arise, take up your bed, and go to your house." And he arose and departed to his house. Now when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified God, who had given such power to men. It's amazing. And then Jesus calls Matthew. It's amazing. The example he set here is astounding. You think being healed is the most important thing? Salvation is the most important thing. Being healed is secondary. Being healed is nothing compared to being saved. You must be saved. Healed? Who cares? We're going to get a new body in heaven anyway. Who cares about getting this body healed? It'd be great. We'd be able to do more. I think there's a lot of times where we probably should be have some illness. Hey, look at what Paul, I got a thorn in my flesh. A messenger of Satan came to beat me up. The Lord said, after I prayed 3 times, "My grace is sufficient. Don't worry about it, Paul." That's amazing. The implications there are astounding. "Behold, one of the great physicians of mightiest arts. He has power to forgive sin. While here he lived below, before the ransom had been paid, before the blood had been literally sprinkled on the mercy seat," and it was. Ron Wyatt found that, by the way. He had power to forgive sin. Before the atonement was made, he had power to forgive sin. Amazing. Hath he not power to do it now that he hath died? Now that the atonement's made? Of course he can forgive sin, and has. The atonement was made. Payment made for all sin, once and for all. That's it, done. Everybody's sin. You gotta go to him to get it. You gotta go to him. What power must dwell in him, who to the utmost farthing has faithfully discharged the debts of his people? Not only the debts of those in the past, but the debt of those that was there in the present, and the debts of those who would live after. All sin. That's it. All sin. There's no debate. There's no measuring it out. There's no, well, your future sins. No. All sin. All meaning all. He has boundless power now that he has finished transgression and made an end of sin. Think about what he just said there. "If ye doubt it, see him rising from the dead. Behold him in ascending splendor." He ascended to heaven, raised to the right hand of God. He wasn't harpazoed, he ascended. He didn't have to be taken to heaven. He went back to heaven. "Hear him pleading before the eternal Father, pointing to his wounds, urging the merit of his sacred passion." What power to forgive is here? "He hath ascended on high, and received gifts for men. He is exalted on high to give repentance and remission of sins. The most crimson sins are removed by the crimson of his blood." At this moment, dear reader, whatever thy sinfulness, Christ has power to pardon. power to pardon thee and millions such as thou art. A word will speak it. He has nothing more to do to win thy pardon. All the atoning work is done. He has in answer to thy, or he can in answer to thy tears, forgive thy sins today and make thee know it. He can make you know that you're forgiven. He can breathe into thy soul at this very moment a peace with God which passeth all understanding, which all spring from perfect remission of thy manifold iniquities. Dost thou believe that? I trust thou believest it. Mayest thou experience now the power of Jesus to forgive sin. Waste no time in applying to the physician of souls, but hasten to him with words like these: Jesus, Master, hear my cry. Save me, heal me with a word. Fainting at thy feet I lie, thou my whispered plaint hast heard. And if that's not good enough, you can say simply this, in our real world terms and language: Jesus, I confess you, Lord. You are Savior. You are my Savior. I'm a sinner and I need forgiving. And I know you paid the debt. Please forgive me. Please pay my debt, that I may be saved and enter into eternal life. Lord, I need you to save me. I can't save me. I need you to save me. If you're unsaved and this video is resonating with you, speak with me. Cry out to him these words. If you don't know the words, I'll help you. I'm happy to make this prayer with you to my Lord, so that we both look like we're asking, Lord, forgive me my sins. Make me saved. I need to be saved. I can't do it myself. I need you to save me and want you to save me. Lord, please save me. I declare you, Lord, and confess you, Lord, in front of all men. Make me your servant. Make me your brother. Make me co-heir with you. Save me, Lord, that I may be a child of God. Because all I have is sin, and I can't offer that. I don't want to go to hell. I want to be in heaven. I want to be there with you, because you are Messiah. Amen. If you are unsaved, you need to get saved. The time is so very short. All of the prophecies that are going on in the book, has it not, and I'm speaking to the unsaved that may be listening, has it not been weighing on your mind, all the things that are happening and worrying you and stressing you out? Hearing people talk about, yeah, that's in the Bible. Hearing the scripture, here's the scripture that talks about it. That's because the tribulation's about to happen. We have no doubt of this. All the signs the Lord told us to see, all the counting down the days, all the numbers, jubilees, years, everything, it all leads to this one point. We are in the season that the tribulation is going to start, and all the players and all the actors and all the prophecies pertaining to that are now active. Time is very short. If you are unsaved, you need to reach out to the Lord today, and it only takes a few words on your part, and only one from his. You cry out, Lord, I'm a sinner and I need to be saved. And I need you to save me because you are Messiah. I confess you as Lord. And will obey your word and do what you say. Save me, Lord. And his response will be done. Because he already paid the debt 2,000 years ago. It is finished. Done. Finished. That's it. He paid the debt for every single person. I speak that in the present tense because he did it in the present tense. Past, present, and future. It was done in the present tense because when he says, before Abraham was, I am. Notice he speaks in the present tense, I am. Before Abraham was born, I am. Before Abraham existed, I am. Before the world existed, I am. After Abraham, I am. When I came and paid the debt, I am. And when I come and get my children, when it's time, I am. And at the end, when I reign, I am. And after the white throne judgment, I am. He is I am no matter what part of history you're looking at. Because he is the constant God existing outside of our time. Able to see everything from beginning to end all at once. He knows your past. And he also knows your future. And just like all of us who believe that are listening, and you may be sitting with someone who is playing this for you, we already know this because we have read his word and believed and continue still to believe more. You are sitting with someone who is a child of God, of royal blood, born again into the family of Christ. And they're sharing this message with you because they love you, and this message is the most important message today. You have nothing to lose, but you have everything to gain. Because if you don't get saved, you've already lost everything. Take this opportunity now to speak the words. Call out to the Lord in your personal words and ask Him, Lord, save me. Doesn't have to be formal, doesn't have to be special. He's real, He's living, just like the person you may be looking at or sitting across from while you're listening to this. Just like your family members and your friends. He's real, just like them. He has a real physical body. He's sitting in heaven next to the Father now, soon to come get us, His church, His bride, His people. So you can speak to Him like you speak to anyone else. Because He's there for you. He's there for all of us. That's why we believe. Because when no one else was there for us, He was. When no one else could be trusted, He could be trusted. When no one else would accept us, He accepted us. We're the cast-offs of the society. We're the bottom of the barrel. We're the dregs. We're the nobodies. We're the common people that nobody wants to associate with. But He wanted to associate with us. And so He saved us by paying the debt we owed for sin so that we may enter heaven, so that we may be born again and become something so much greater than we are now. And you can join us. It's not a cult. It's not some weird society. It's just normal Christianity, not like the stuff you see on TV. Normal Christianity. Lord, for anyone that's listening, I make this personal prayer. I thank You that if anyone is listening, that they heard these words and accepted Your free gift. That they got saved by this video or by the words of somebody who listens to this video. That between all of us, we plant seeds, we water, and You provide the increase. That You bring in more fruit, more people, and that when we enter heaven, we take people with us. Lord, I thank You for all that hear this message and get saved. I thank You for all who are out preaching this message and bringing more family members into the kingdom and encouraging more of the brethren to keep going. We know time is short. You told us what to look for, and that when we saw it, it was almost time. Well, here we are. And I thank You, Lord. I thank You that You have blessed us so richly. I thank You that You have taken from Your own self to give to us. And in doing so, gained so much more. We look forward to seeing You in heaven, and I pray we bring whoever's listening with us. Thank You, Lord. In Your name, amen. Guys, thank you for joining me for evening devotion. If you know somebody that needs to hear this message, by all means, share it with them. You can share this anywhere you want, with anyone you want. The point is to plant seeds, to water seed, so that God has an increase to bring in, so that there is a harvest. That more people get to go to heaven, and more people get to learn that it's not the way the TV tells us. It's not the way the powers that be tell us. It's not the way the yahoos in the evangelical movement tell us. The charismatic movement. Some of the evangelicals are getting weird, but the charismatic movement, it's not none of that nonsense. None of that gibberish tongue stuff, none of that rolling around the floor and holy laughing. That's all garbage. That's not biblical. But what a real born-again Christian is, a real person, and we've been hidden in plain sight. Let's keep sharing the message with anyone we can, and let us keep encouraging and building each other up every chance we get. Because we're doing the Lord's work, just like we're supposed to. And when He comes, He will find us doing exactly what He gave each of us to do. And then we will go on to eternity. I love you all very much. I bless you all in Jesus' name. If there's anybody listening and you did this, you accepted this free gift, welcome to the family. We are brothers and sisters in Christ. And you've just started an amazing journey. See you on the next video.